Hello, everybody, and welcome to 2017 Term 3, HRM 6623, Human Resources Development. I am Dr. John Dexter, and I'm your professor for this course. I post these videos periodically through the course. Generally, they're only about 5 or 6 minutes long to give you some generalized feedback, etc. This one is just kind of an introduction to the course. I always wait a couple of days into the course to make sure that we pick up any stragglers who may have registered late, etc. So everybody's on a level playing field. Again, I'm Dr. John Dexter. I'm based out of Dallas, and so I realize that we have students in various time frames. In fact, we have some international students studying abroad in the military. One is on a ship somewhere. Some are deployed in the Middle East. So having set office hours for me is not particularly effective. So I am available just about any time you need me to be. I have both Blackboard and my email on my phone, so I respond very quickly to any emails you might send me. If you need to have a discussion with me, send me an email. Let's set up some time. We can do it by phone. I generally like to do Skype just so that I can see who I'm talking to. It works better for me, but whatever works for you guys. So everybody should be settling in. The first assignment is due Sunday night at midnight. Most assignments are due Sunday night at midnight unless otherwise noted. This course, the textbook for this course is Werner's Human Resource Development Talent Management, and it is the 7th edition. Everybody should have that by now. If you haven't gotten it, please get it as quickly as possible. Also, there's an alternative text, which is the APA manual. I'm not telling you not to get it. It's a good resource to have, but if you don't get it, there's other resources online, such as Purdue OWL and some other ones that are pretty good sources to help you through with the APA challenges. Plus, by now, you should have watched the little video in the first module that kind of gives you a good brief overview. Also, there's a case study for this that you will need to buy. It's like $7, $8, something like that, from Harvard Business Review. The link is in the syllabus, and it is what's going to be the basis for the case analysis, which is later in the course. The course topics are outlined on page 2 of the syllabus. Please pay attention to that. This course is going to be made up of 4 segments, the first of which are 6 discussion board posts. The discussion board posts are, each week there will be a couple of questions from the textbook, and what I want to see is your write-up on those questions, and then a response to somebody else's posting. Each one of those should have academically sound sources, and what I mean by that is they should be peer-reviewed journals, conference proceedings, dissertations, textbooks, things like that, not Wikipedia or businessweek.com or things like that. Those are just not legitimate courses. Things like SHRM can be. I really don't like to see that as much. SHRM's a for-profit entity, which is great, and it's a great organization, but they fall prey to listening to their membership, and there's an opportunity to kind of influence the way the stories go in that. So it's not as academically sound as I would like to see. The second part is the case assignment, which I just discussed a second ago, the Harvard Business Review article. That's also worth 10%. And then there's a midterm exam that is proctored. You'll have to set up a proctor. You will have up to 3 times during the 2-hour window that you're being proctored to take the exam. Make sure that your proctor knows that before you begin. Once it's complete, you can start over and go back through it, and I'll take the highest grade of the 3. No books, No open notes, nothing. You should just be able to do well. Most students in this course do well on my exams because if they study well, they shouldn't have much trouble with it. But please make sure that your proctor knows. And then the fourth component is the course project. Now, the course project is very specific. I want you to identify not just a initiative generic. Find a problem within an organization that you know of. Maybe it's the one your wife works for, or maybe it's the one you work for, or a friend or something like that who has a HR-related challenge in the organization, and then address that and tell me how you're going to tackle that. Don't just say, oh, I want to talk about performance management. I have one already for Southwest Airlines. So, okay, great, Southwest Airlines, you want to write on what is it about Southwest Airlines? So, be specific, find an organization, because that's a big point. And what I'm really looking for is practical application. So that makes up 100 points. Obviously, an A is 90 or above, B is 80 to 89, etc. And I expect that everybody will do satisfactory work in that. Make sure you read through the syllabus and make sure you follow all the directions in each of the modules, and everybody should do well. So I promised these would only be 5 or 6 minutes. I'm over 6 minutes now, so I'll sign off, get you back to doing your work, and look for these videos periodically and for feedback from me. I turn around pretty quickly on the assignments as I get them in. So good luck and welcome to 6623. Glad to have you.